eXp family. You know, this is so exciting to see everyone again, and I'm really excited to go through this panel, transitioning your mindset for a changing market. As we all know, the market is changing, and it is so important to get our mind and be prepared to make sure we are well suited. So I am very excited to get so many good influencers, experts who've been around with experience to help all of us, our family members and guests, learn how to transition into this changing market. So I'd like to introduce Jennifer Jones, Stephen Johnstone, and somebody that does not need any introduction, our President of North America, Dave Conord. So I'd like to just get right in it with Jennifer. You know, one of the things that we know as we're changing the market, we used to have a routine. So Jennifer, you can share with us what's your schedule and what's your schedule for your team?
Absolutely. So the cool thing with our team is in this changing market, we actually had our best September ever in 5 years.
Yes.
So number one, we are with the right company for this changing market, right?
All right.
We're with the right company. So for anyone out there looking to do more production, our schedule in the morning would be show up and lead gen, right?
Yep.
So we have a 9 o'clock check-in, and anyone here is welcome to join. We have one guy running it on Zoom. You're welcome to drop in and essentially mute yourself and start your dialing. Go out, do your door knocking, whatever it is, because the truth is, simply by showing up and committing to do that, time blocked, with absolutely no excuses, the success will show up. The activity you take today is guaranteed to show up within that 90 days.
Jennifer, thank you so much for that. And you know what? And congratulations for all your success and influence in Canada. So again, Canada's in the house, so we're really excited about that. And that's a great lead one because we put all these informations and block it in our calendar. But now, how do we keep accountable? As I know, Stephen, you coached, you mentored, you watched, you guided people so much. South Africa, my friends, South Africa's in the house. To share, how do we do it? Not just time blocking and putting things on our calendar, but to keep accountable.
So, I've been a coach for a long time, and if I was accosted by a desperate agent in the hallway outside, and they said to me, okay, I want to be coached, and I want to be held accountable to the right things, and I'm terrified of this changing market. What must I do, Stephen? There are really 3 things that we'd get them accountable to immediately. These are the 3 things I would tell them, and this is just me, I'm being honest. The first thing I'd tell them to do is just have faith. Don't be fearful. And I'm not talking, when I say have faith, I don't mean wishful thinking, I mean pray, Jesus is a good shepherd, and it doesn't matter how low the valley gets or how high the mountain is you got to get over, he knows how to get you through. So just trust him, pray, and have faith. You can't go into the future with fear, so you've got to be believing. The second thing I tell them to do immediately is cut their costs. Maybe I can ask you in the audience, when was the last time you actually did a proper budget? So, you go like 6 months bank statements, business and personal, and then you line item them on an Excel spreadsheet on exactly how much you're spending on every possible thing every month, and then taking a red pen to every single one of those line items, either eliminating the cost or reducing anything you can possibly reduce. I remember doing this with a coaching client in France, and in a 2-week period, he reduced his expenditure by 80%. That's how much fat was in his budget. It's so easy to start spending money in the good times, but in bad times, I know we hate doing budgets. It's like, booking an appointment at the proctologist. You don't really want to do it, but the truth is, it is the quickest, most effective way to position yourself for a market downturn is to reduce expenditure. Even if you reduce your expenditure by 50%, you've just doubled your survival rate in the market. You can survive for twice as long. And then the last thing I tell them to do is to absolutely focus on lead gen. And I'm so glad you said that, Jennifer. Lead gen is the engine of your business. In good times, it's easy not to be disciplined with those daily disciplines, the phone calls, the social media posts, the video. But in a tough market, it's the agents that are super disciplined with those daily and weekly commitments, as John was saying, that are going to make it. And in fact, I think there's a great opportunity because it is a small percentage of agents that are going to be super disciplined. And so the agents who get very focused and disciplined on their lead gen in this coming market, I think are going to rise disproportionately higher than other agents. So I think there's an opportunity in it.
And Stephen, thank you for bringing that up because, it's not only surviving, which we want everyone to survive here as our family, but to thrive, to grow, to build, to level up. And I know, Dave, you've been guiding, leading, helping and stewarding, North American realty for the 4 years, 5 years of growth. I mean, it was fantastic. What would you advise people? Because we always need a support network, right? When things are hard, we need that friend, that family member we could reach out. And also, why are we coming to these conventions, right? To always, as we were talking behind the scenes, why do we do this?
So, one of the first things you want to do is, the first reaction when you enter change is typically fear. And the most important thing to do is to look beyond the fear and to look for opportunity. Because whenever the market shifts, whenever there's change anywhere, there is a ton of opportunity. I think about after the storm when all the shells are out on the beach, right? Now is your opportunity to go out and pick up all of those things that maybe you couldn't see before. And if you can't find them, if you're not quite sure where to go, one of the best things about our model, about our community and the collaboration, is that we have people out there, people like these guys who are, if you're, succeeding at a high level in your business, then you have to adapt. You have to adjust quickly, right? You have to be very, very nimble and very agile because you're having a lot of interactions with customers. Others that maybe aren't at that point yet aren't figuring out how to adjust as rapidly. And so coming to these events and hearing from the people that are out there that are figuring it out for you, ahead of you, and then are bringing it back to the rest of the eXp family to share what they've learned, that is really the strength. So make a lot of connections, make a lot of friends here, get to the breakouts, learn from the people that are out there doing it who are already where you want to be. And that's really the power of these kinds of events and what we continuously do all the time throughout eXp.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I hate always to share, but going back, this is like how eXp was built, right? When Glenn Sanford saw that opportunity saying, what happened? And now there's a solution to this problem. I know to go back for those that went back to 2007, 2009, when I started a loan mod company, I started all these businesses. And to be honest, whatever I started, some of those companies and business are around. So there are a tremendous opportunity. As David says, when a storm comes in, there's going to be shells. There's going to be things you can find out by networking and finding. And Jennifer, I want to throw it to you. What are you seeing and finding that is kind of a tidbit, some action item that people here can kind of take away and start using?
I would say the action item is really working and monitoring your mindset.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the truth is what you're thinking is actually what you are manifesting. And the example I would use is your brain doesn't recognize what is real and what is not, right? So who here has been to a movie theater, a horror flick recently? Anybody? Any horror flick coming up to October 31st, right? And what happens to your body? Think about what happens to your body as you're watching the movie, right? Your palms sweat, you're breathing faster, you're terrified of this woman who's about to get killed from behind with the masked guy with the knife, right? So the truth is that your body physiologically is responding to what you're seeing, right? And what you're thinking. So the important thing is to start working on your mindset and protecting that mindset. And the way we explain it to our team members is your mind is like a giant tree, right? So you can have a negative thought bird that comes and lands on your tree. You need to slingshot it off and replace it with a positive thought bird. Okay, you need to grow your tree of positive thoughts. And by doing this, I can guarantee you will have success. What we say on our team is whether the market goes up or whether the market goes down, we outperform the market. In my third year of real estate, I made over 1.1 million gross commission income on my own. And I don't say that to brag. I say that because anybody here can do it, right? This is the thing. Anybody here can do the same thing I did. Show up excited, show up passionate, serve at the highest possible level for clients, go way above and beyond what anyone else is offering, and never go back to a client with a problem until you have two solutions. So that would be my advice.
And Stephen, a lot of times you get paid. People pay you for your advice. So kind of give us that free advice, that pro bono advice right now. What you're telling your clients and people who you're coaching, what's your advice to them as the market is shifting and changing?
Yeah. Jim, I got to be honest, now that eXp is launched in South Africa, which we're very, very grateful for, to Michael and his team, they've done such a great job. And, so I've transitioned out of the training and coaching space, and I'm exclusively with eXp and building a rev share team. But if an agent in South Africa were to come to me and say, there's this change coming in the market, I'd say then that's one of the biggest reasons you need to look at eXp. You guys may be used to it because you've been around for a while. We're still kind of like the kid at Christmas that has just unwrapped this present. It's like, you mean there's multiple income streams in this business? You can tell other agents and they join and you get paid a passive income. I think the eXp model is built for what we're going into because of the multiple income streams.
Thank you. Yes. Yep. Well, and this is what Dave has been telling for years and years and years of our model. And what do you see and what are you coaching? Because I know you are, now 85,000 worldwide. So come on, 85,000.
Let's go. Let's go. On our way to 100 and then beyond. So, I think, going back to some of the things we talked about, mindset and positivity, I think serving others. It's hard to still be scared when your focus is on serving others, right? Whether you're helping other agents, whether you're helping your clients, if your focus is shifted to what can you do for others, it's really difficult to be focused on what you're concerned about, right? And when you're out there, what do people want? People want to be helped. They want to be helped in reaching their goal. They're looking for leaders. And so when you show up as that leader, you show up as that person in their life who can help them, they're going to want to be around you. And that's for your clients, right? If you are saying, hey, they're concerned. If they need to sell, they're thinking, hey, did I miss the boat? Things are different right now. If they want to buy, they're totally confused and the rates are up, right? What are we doing? How do you guide them through that? And if you show up with the information and the support and show them that you are the person who can take them through this for the best possible outcome and make it a great experience, they're going to want to be in business with you. So it's shifting your mindset. How do I serve others? How do I bless others? How do I bring this opportunity to them?
Thank you, Dave. And one thing is why we're all here is to network and share. And I always say, ask for help, right? That's what people are fearful. They were doing very well. Things have changed in life. You need to have that support network. And I said, I know personally, when I was vulnerable and I asked for help, to be honest, it's surprising you get it. So sometimes don't worry when things are changing and you do ask for help. And we were always talking, surrounding yourself by 5 of the best people or upgrading the people you surround yourself before a team. So let's talk a little bit about, surrounding yourself by people you want to be or better people than yourself so you can have that support network to reach out, to feel sad, to feel vulnerable, to get that extra help. Jennifer?
Yeah, and I think we all go through things and we all have failures. And when I first started my team, so that was just after the 3rd year of awesome success, I totally failed, right? I blew that. So I blew it with my splits and therefore actually lost money in that 4th year. So I think the important thing is to learn from these things that we go through, these things we need to overcome. You learn and then you reach out to other people who are doing it better. You never want to be the smartest person in the room, right? So at that point, I reached out to other people who were already doing it better, and we actually just took the system they were using and implemented it. And we now have a successfully running team. So I think what I've learned is, yes, you absolutely have to surround yourself with people that know more they're smarter, they challenge you to do awesome. And just, we talked about this just before. Looking in your phone right now, who are the 5 people you text the most? Do they lift you up? Do they challenge you, right? And the truth is, if they allow you those excuses and they allow you to, not be your best self, or they sabotage you, do they really belong in your top 5, right? And that's something I had to do for myself as well, right?
Yep, thank you. And I know we would like to share one thing because, the thing we're talking about mindset, it's that gratitude and gratefulness.
Yes.
So, Dave, what are you grateful for?
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I went out to that welcome party last night. Were you guys there? Did you guys go to the party? How cool was that? How cool was that? So I want to share 2 gratitudes. Number 1, the team that puts these events on, our eXp team, is second to none. And so I have a lot of gratitude. So show them some love, guys. This is amazing. This is amazing. So I have a lot of gratitude for what they've done, but I'm grateful for you guys. I got to tell you that I walked out of there at the end of the evening and I said, this is the best part of what I do. Being able to be with you guys, and for the community, the people that are here are amazing. And so I'm grateful for you guys.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
And Stephen?
Well, just grateful for all of you that I have managed to meet. It's wonderful to be here. I've felt very welcome in your nation and within eXp Con. From the 2 guys that I met on the tram this morning, shout out to you guys. Really, you're just a fantastic bunch of people, and I'm super grateful to be here. Thank you.
Jennifer?
Yeah, same. I am so grateful to be with this amazing company. And really, it's changed my life. It's changed the life of all my team members and everyone else that we're sharing the model with now, right? I mean, this is life-changing. What other real estate company is there that offers you ownership, equity, right? These are unbelievable opportunities. So I'm just so grateful. So grateful.
Me too.
Yeah.
And just to close up really quick, very grateful for my panelists, friends, family members out here, my family, and creating the opportunity which we know eXp is changing lives. So thank you very much, everyone.
Please welcome Curtis Janson and Kenny Trong.